In Florida, we are required to put together a portfolio and submit it to a teacher. And I actually did mine over video call. So I was literally just pulling up the page and putting it to the camera. It's really not as intense as it sounds. This is my second grader's end of the year portfolio. It's just a binder that includes work from all of his classes. You only have to include work from the beginning, middle, and end of the year. Right in the beginning, I like to add this paper that I received from the Board of Education that basically acknowledges that we are homeschooling. I'm covering it up because it's got some personal information on there. And then I like to include a curriculum list that just shows all the different curriculums that we use throughout the year. I also included like tennis, they take tennis and that's considered physical education. I also like to include a list of field trips that we went on, also a list of group classes that they were a part of, and a reading list. This is not every single book that he read, but just to give the person an idea. I like to use these like tab separators for each subject. And right in the beginning, we have his writing and grammar. And here I included just like final drafts of the work that he's done. I also included his grammar work where he has to edit the sentence and then rewrite it. And I included his vocabulary list. He started a cursive book, and I included that in here as well. Next, we have math. And I always include the table of contents of the curriculum so that they can see everything that we went over. And again, it's just work from the beginning, middle, and end of the year. Next, we have history. In our history curriculum, they had a student book that they were working through. And so I included the ones that were like most colorful, that had maybe the most sentences. We also worked through a small Black history unit, and I made sure to include some of those as well. Next, we have science. This is like my kids' favorite. So we did some space science. We also did a small life cycle of a frog unit because my kids actually collected some tadpoles. And we did a unit study on the water and our world. We took an online art class and an online Spanish class on Florida Virtual School, which is a free online program for Florida residents. All I did was include the transcript and the transcript for their Spanish class. And I didn't have to include any of this. This was some of the stuff in their interactive notebook from their Spanish class. And this was just stuff that I wanted to keep. And then I also included any art that my kids would have done throughout the year. This was part of science. This one was part of his Spanish class where he had to do a self-portrait. And then the rest here are things that they did in his art class. And he did art online. So all I had to do was provide the supplies and he was able to do all different kinds of art. So I include those in here for samples, but also because this is stuff that I want to keep. Like I am keeping the self-portrait forever. I love this so much. And that is everything. That is what the portfolio looks like.